So we just start with a little chanting, okay? So just have the backs up straight, and have the neck, the head, and the spine in one direct line. The eyes are closed and all the awareness is on the breathing. And just by watching the breathing, it'll begin to quiet down by itself. And then once the breathing quiets down, the mind starts to relax. We'll begin with 3 rounds of the Om breathing. So inhale. Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Hari Hari Om.
Hari Hari Om.
Hari Hari Om.
Just check out the posture once again. We begin with Deergha Swasam, the 3-part deep breathing. So just relax your stomach. And as you inhale deeply through the nose, just feel the stomach fill up with air. And as the air rises up, expands the chest and raises the collarbone. As we exhale in reverse, the collarbone lowers, the chest deflates, and the stomach contracts. The breathing is done in one smooth and flowing motion. As you are breathing, in your mind, create the image of an empty glass or an empty pitcher. And this empty glass filling up with water from the bottom to the top, representing the inhalation, and the same glass of water emptying out from the top to the bottom, representing the exhalation. On your next exhalation, just bring the hands into the lap and just become aware of the benefits of Deergha Swasana, 3-part deep breathing. Kapalabhati, skull shining, is done by doing a series of sharp contractions of the stomach, expelling the air out through the nose, making the sound of a sneeze. The emphasis is on the exhalation. The inhalation comes naturally back into the body after you exhale. We'll start off with the first round with 20 expulsions. After the 20th expulsion, as we exhale completely, take a deep inhalation through the nose, and then slowly exhale. And that'll constitute one round. So take a grip on your knees. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Slowly let it out. Nice and easy with control. Almost immediately the mind starts to clear up. Twenty expulsions once again. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Slowly let it out. Almost immediately, Kapalabhati gets rid of excess congestion in the lung especially. Helps to clear the mind. Next round, we'll do 25 expulsions. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Breathe in deeply. Slowly let it out. One more round, 25 expulsions. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Slowly let it out. See how much clearer the mind has become. Nadi Sudhi. Extend the right arm out in front of you. Make a fist. Extend the thumb, the last two fingers. Close off the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the same left. Close with the last two fingers. Open the right. Exhale. Inhale through the same right. Close with the thumb. Open the left. Exhale. Continue breathing this way. As you inhale, slowly count to 5. As you exhale, slowly count to 10. The ratio being 1 to 2. On your next exhalation through the right nostril, just bring the hands into the lap and become aware of the effects of Nadi Shuddhi. Next, we'll be doing Brahmari or the humming breath. It's done just like the Om breathing, but only the humming sound is made. We'll do 5 rounds of the Brahmari, have a few moments of silence, and then we'll go right into Yoga Nidra, deep relaxation. And then the second part of the class, we'll do the variations. Just have the backs up straight. 5 rounds. Inhale. And just turn around and lie down on your back. Have the feet about a foot apart, the arms slightly away from you, palms are face up. Eyes are closed. The next part of the class that we'll be doing is Yoga Nidra or deep relaxation. And we further relax the body by tensing up each part individually. We squeeze it as tight as we can and just let it go. So bring all your awareness and your concentration into your right leg. Tense up the leg. Squeeze it up, raise it an inch or two, give it a good tight squeeze, curl up the toes, and then drop. Gently roll it along the heel from side to side, and then forget about it. Now the left leg, tense it up, raise it an inch or two, give it a good tight squeeze, curl up the toes, and release. Gently roll it along the heel from side to side, and then forget about it. Now the right arm, extend the fingers of the right hand, raise the arm about an inch. Now make a fist, tighten up the forearm, the upper arm, squeeze, and release. Left arm, extend the fingers, raise the arm an inch or two, give it a good tight squeeze, tighten up the forearm, the upper arm, and relax. Now the buttocks, tense up the buttocks, tighten up the entire pelvic area, push everything towards the ceiling, and release. Now relax the stomach, take a deep inhalation through the nose, bring all the air into the pit of the stomach. Just blow it up like a balloon. Open the mouth wide, let all the air out at once. Inhale deeply through the nose once again, fill up the chest this time. Expand the lungs to capacity, bring in a little more air. Open, release. And now the shoulders, tense up the shoulders. Feel the points come together, raise them up towards the ears, and relax. Gently turn the head from side to side and bring it back towards the center. And now the face, tense up the face. Bring all the tension towards the nose, tighten up the face, squeeze it up, release. Open the mouth wide, stick your tongue out, try to touch your chin, raise up the eyebrows, and relax. And now to be sure that the entire body is completely and fully relaxed, we're going to take a mental check. Starting with the toes, mentally relax each individual toe. Come to the balls of the feet, the soles, and the heels. Up through the ankles, relaxing the calves and the shins, knees, and the thighs. Now the hands, beginning with the fingers, relaxing each individual finger. Palms and the wrists, forearms and the upper arms. The buttocks, the entire pelvic area is relaxed. Stomach, lower back, chest, the upper back, shoulders, neck, and the face. Chin, lips, cheeks, nose, the eyes, forehead, and the top of the head. Just feel all tension and anxiety leave the body through the top of the head. We are now completely and fully relaxed. And just feel your body as it sinks into the floor. And now become aware of your breathing. Try not to control it in any way. Allow it to go smoothly in and smoothly out through the nose. Now take the concentration away from the breathing. Watch your thoughts for a while. Try not to control these thoughts. View them objectively. And now leaving the thoughts, become aware of the peace that is now inside you. Become aware of the peaceful feeling that covers the entire body from the head to the toe, and rest in that feeling. During this period of relaxation, just focus your awareness on any particular part of your body that needs that extra prana or extra healing, whether it's an organ or gland, a muscle or bone. Imagine that particular area in a perfect, healthy state. Bring the awareness back into the breathing once again. Watching the breath as it goes smoothly in and smoothly out through the nose. And now feel the breath as it begins to deepen. And as the breath begins to deepen, we'll slowly awaken the body once again. So bring the awareness back into the face, awakening the face. Gently massage the fingers into the palms, move the toes and roll the ankles from side to side. Give the body an overall stretch, an overall awakening, and feel that the entire body has become completely revitalized and that there's new strength and vigor to the body. And along with the strength is the feeling of calmness. And now that we're completely and fully awakened, still keeping the eyes closed, just come up to a seated position, turn around and face the center. Next part of the class, we'll be doing the different variations and the different breathing techniques. So once again, just have the back straight, neck, the head and the spine in one direct line. Palms are either resting on the knees or the hands into the lap. Just watch the breathing for a few moments once again. We'll begin with the Shivananda breath. It's done just like the three-part deep breathing. On completion of the exhalation, you bring the awareness to the space between the eyebrows. And then you pause for a moment or two and then slowly exhale. So once again, just relax the stomach. Inhale slowly. As the energy comes up, you get to the space between the eyebrows. Pause for a moment or two and then slowly exhale. And just continue breathing this way. This is called the Shivananda healing breath. This particular breathing technique by Swami Satchidananda can be done walking, lying down, or just sitting in a cross-legged position. On your next exhalation, just watch the breathing and just become aware of the benefits of the Shivananda healing breath. Kapalabhati, we'll be doing variations in Kapalabhati. The first round, we'll do 25 expulsions. After the 25th expulsion, as you exhale completely, take a deep inhalation through the nose and hold the breath for a few seconds, and then slowly exhale. So 25 expulsions. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Now breathe in deeply. Hold the breath for a moment. Slowly exhale. Twenty-five expulsions once again. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Now inhale deeply. Hold the breath for a moment. Slowly let it out. Next, we're doing Margabandhu, the throat lock, and we'll do 35 expulsions. After the last expulsion, as you exhale completely, you take a deep inhalation through the nose, holding the breath, just tilt the head forward, bring your chin into the throat area. Then slowly pick up the head and slowly exhale. So 35 expulsions. Inhale and begin. Exhale. Now inhale deeply. Holding the breath, just tilt the head forward. Pick up the head, slowly exhale. Just feel the benefits of Margabandhu. Nadi Shuddhi, extend the right arm out in front of you, make a fist, extend the thumb, last two fingers, close off the right nostril with your thumb, exhale through the left. Inhale through the same left, close with the last two fingers, open the right, exhale. Inhale through the same right, close with the thumb, open the left, exhale. Continue breathing this way. As you inhale, slowly count to 5. As you exhale, slowly count to 10. And now we'll add Sukha Bhavaka, the retention. For example, if you're inhaling through the left nostril, counting to 5, you close both nostrils, counting to 5. You exhale through the opposite nostril, counting to 10. The ratio being 1, 1, 2. any tension or kumaka, the energy or the prana will go into the weakest area of the body, that part of the body that needs the most healing. On your next exhalation through the right nostril, bring the hands into the lap and become aware of the effects and the benefits of Nadi Shuddhi with Sukha Purvaka. Prana Mudra. Have the fingers close together with the palms facing the stomach area, relaxing the stomach. Now, as you inhale deeply through the nose, raising the fingers up. When you get to the throat, open up the hands, palms face up, extend the arms out to the side, keeping the elbows slightly bent. Upon exhalation, the palms are still face up. When you get to the throat, continue the exhalation, bring the fingers down to the stomach area. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, slowly come down. And just continue breathing this way. Prana Mudra is the breath of inner peace. Relaxes the entire nervous system. It's often called the breathing practice of giving and receiving. When you're inhaling, you bring the arms, extend them out to the universe. And then when you're coming back on the exhalation, you bring that energy back into you. So Prana Mudra is about giving and receiving. On your next exhalation, just bring the hands into the lap and just become aware of the benefits of Prana Mudra. Feel that the entire nervous system is completely relaxed. Next breathing technique, we're doing, what's the next one? South Korea. What you got? Everybody on your knees, Vajrasana.
We got you.
Okay. Hold the hands in prayer position, index finger pointing upwards. Now relaxing the stomach. As you inhale, slowly come up, and the arms straighten out. Hold the breath, contract the lower extremities, and as you exhale, release the contraction. Inhale, slowly come up. Hold the breath, contract. Exhale, release. Continue breathing this way. South Korea benefits the digestion, the adrenal glands, reduces fatigue, helps digestion. On your next exhalation, just bring the hands into the lap for a few minutes. Just become aware of the benefits of South Korea. Open the eyes. Ganesha Mudra, left palm facing the wall in front of you, right palm in the opposite direction. Arms are straight. Okay. Clasp the fingers together. As you inhale, relax the fingers. And as you exhale, just pull. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull. Once more. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull. Now just switch. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring the hands in, relax. Ganesha Mudra is very good. It's good for, actually good for bursitis, because when you're pulling in this area, the bursa sacs that are filled with sometimes acid and toxins, you're actually squeezing the toxins out of the shoulder area. So it's a very good practice for rheumatoid arthritis or any type of bursitis condition. Last breathing technique we do is Yoni Mudra. So have the fingers extended, the index finger on top of the eye without pressing, middle finger on the crevice of the nostril, ring finger on the top lip, the pinky on the bottom lip. We do 5 rounds. After the 5th round, we keep the locks in for 30 seconds, go right into the meditation. So inhale, thumbs in the ears, and begin. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from unreal to real. Lead us from darkness to the light. Lead us from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light, and may the light of truth overcome all darkness.
Victory to that light.
Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki.
Jai.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you. Margabandhu will now offer benefits of Deergha Swasam, the three-part deep breath, as well as conditions that it could be helpful for. And then following that, he will do some brief benefits of a mudra, Prana Mudra. Thank you, Margabandhu.
Well, three-part deep breathing is the basis for all the breathing techniques. It calms the mind. And Gurudev always mentioned in the beginning, it was for respiration, assimilation, and elimination. It takes care of those three aspects of the individual, And once you perfected that breathing technique, all the other breathing techniques were much easier. It's the fact that your body got so not only relaxing, your vagus nerve is the most prominent nerve in your body. And that nerve goes from your groin through your heart, your lungs, through the top of your head. When that nerve is irritated or pinched, it produces an acidic reaction in your body. What the three-part deep breathing does is it relaxes that vagus nerve. Does anybody here go to a chiropractor?
Yeah, I do.
Get adjustments. The next time, go 20 minutes before you go to get adjusted, do three-part deep breathing. Do for 20 minutes. And I guarantee you, when you get adjusted, the adjustment, you're going to adjust much easier. Because when that nerve gets pinched, it creates an acidic reaction in the body. And that tightens up all the muscles and tightens up, especially the neck area, because this is, by the back part here, is the gallbladder points. See, when that area is tight, it's hard to adjust the neck and the lower back. Once the vagus nerve is relaxed, the adjustments are much easier. So Deergha Swasana is one of the best breathing techniques to get that vagus nerve in a relaxed condition. Kabish? So that's the benefits of the three-part deep breathing. It's in the beginning, Gurudev used to try to encourage us to do the breathing because in a way it seems very mundane. You're just sitting there and what's the point in breathing in like that? But it's a very powerful breathing technique. And I encourage even children to do it. In Finland, what they're doing, in the whole country in Finland, they're doing something called mindful eating, where in the whole country, they're doing a program where they're actually introducing breathing techniques to help the people with their digestion. And three-part deep breathing is one of them. They're telling the people to be mindful when you're chewing, when you're digesting, And Finland is one of the first countries to do that. They call it mindful eating. In New York, I think in the schools in New York, they're called mindful breathing. They're telling the kids how to breathe, and it'll be more relaxing for them. Every school should have that. Just let the kids breathe, and they'll do it. They'll mimic you. So it seems like a very good technique to do for kids. Any questions about that? Yeah. So three-part deep breathing, as easy as it seems to say, well, I'll bypass that one and do Kapalabhati, do everything else. That creates the energy for all the other breathing techniques. That relax, especially the vagus nerve. Just look it up. Go online, look up the vagus nerve, and you see how important it is. And the three-part deep breathing really relaxes that nerve. So, and it gets rid of acidity. If you have some people get indigestion or over acid condition, and the three-part deep breathing really helps that out tremendously. And then from there, it'll stop headaches, because headaches, what happens is that when there's a fermentation going on, and what happens is that there's no oxygen getting, because the ventricles that go from the stomach to the head are filled with bacteria and toxins, and they close, so no oxygen gets to the brain. But by relaxing, doing the three-part deep breathing, it relaxes that entire area. The vagus nerve is the channel, and all the other non-nerve endings follow along. Any questions about that? Barbara? Okay.
Would you do that before acupuncture also, 20 minutes?
Yeah, sure. You do it the first thing in the morning. That's when you do it, See? And then that'll help anything that you do. Once the body's relaxed like that, acupuncture, chiropractic.
Well, I do it as a practice, but you mentioned about chiropractor before you go.
Yeah, because some people are hard to adjust. I've done it myself when because in my office there's a chiropractor there, and a lot of times I'll just do some breathing, and it'd be much easier for him to adjust me.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, and then with Prana Mudra, does the same thing that the three-part deep breathing is, but you're giving, when you're inhaling in Prana Mudra and you come up, you're sending out to the universe. And what happens after a couple minutes of doing Prana Mudra, your fingertips start to get a little tingly, okay? And these are called waypoints. These are the energy fields in the fingers. So when you're inhaling, you come up, you're sending that current out. But what's happening now is the universe is sending that current back to you. So as you come in on the exhalation, you're bringing it down, and what happens, that energy goes into your body, see? So Prana Mudra is about giving and receiving. See? So keep that in mind. When you're send that current out. Like I always, when we talk about that technique, we always say, send that energy out to anybody that needs that extra help, which you're really doing. But also the universe is paying you back. So you come back on the exhalation, they're sending that current back to you. So that's how powerful Prana Mudra is. It's a very healing breathing technique.
Margabandhu, do you use any visualization when you do
Yeah, do visualization. Yeah, Gurudev always mentioned visualization, because you could even deep relaxation. I say, like imagine any part of the body, imagine in a perfect healthy state. See, and the body, your mind will respond to that. So the breathing, as far when Gurudev did the integral yoga, he did the class itself. And he broke it down to the lowest common denominators, the technique. He wanted us to do the chanting in the beginning, because chanting stimulates the vagus nerve. That's what it does. If the Hare Krishna people, all they did was chant. They didn't even do asanas or nothing. I spent time with them. They just chant, and they got relaxed, and they were very subtle, very relaxed, And George Harrison, when he went to see them, when he got into yoga, he didn't do the postures. He went to see the Hare Krishna people. And he was all about the chanting. He wrote a song, chanting the names of the Lord, you'll be free. See? And the Lord are waiting on you, waking to hear, and he wrote that song, So that vagus nerve really responds to chanting and mantras, In a way, yoga itself is it's a science, but it's also physiological. And when you understand the physiological properties of what you're doing, it's you're better off, you're understanding, and then you're able to do it much easier. Once you know something, then you're not afraid of it. 1491, I would have never went on a cruise. 1492, I would have went. So, So once you understand something, then Gurudev, that's why he's explained everything very clearly. The breathing, the postures, the meditation, the yantra, One time, in the beginning, you used to go see Swami Satchidananda. You had to make an appointment. It was like going to see a psychiatrist, So that's how you go. You had an appointment. There was a calculator on the couch and he talked to you. So when I went to see him, we talked about, I had done a lot of drugs. So we're talking about drugs and, LSD, marijuana. And I'm saying, well, what could he know about that? He knew more about it than I did. He just knew. And he told me the difference between meditation and doing marijuana. Because I said marijuana relaxed me and I could meditate better. He said, nah. He says, what you do, and with LSD, he said what LSD actually did. He says, the acid in the LSD, he says, it opens up the third eye. That's what people used to get these trips. He said, it would open up the third eye very fast, and then when it wore off, it closed shut. That's when you got bad results. The next day you were depressed He said what meditation does in the breathing, it would open up step by step, but it won't close. So once you got to a point, as you did the breathing and the meditation, it never closed again. So that third eye opens and it stays open a little bit each time. So your awareness became very subtle, but it wouldn't go back anymore. See, that's the difference. So when you're doing the breathing and the meditation, that's what it's all about, So when Gurudev, he designed the class, Integral Yoga, he covered all the aspects of yoga. You got Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Pranayama, Udi Doody, whatever you got. You know what I mean? So he's got everything. So whatever aspect of yoga you want to, do, that's it. You can do the pranayama, you can do the Raja Yoga. Some people just do karma yoga. See? So with integral yoga, it covers all the aspects and whatever you want. We had as Prema Jyoti, we had a class at Shirley Dickinson. And we asked the students to do a paper, so they had to take different aspects of yoga. And this one kid, he was a computer science from Jyoti. Yeah, he did a talk on Raja Yoga. It was like better than any paper I've ever seen. It was like amazing. He didn't know anything about yoga before that. He just he took Raja Yoga. It was fantastic. We should hand that paper out. It was really fabulous. See. So once you get the inkling about what yoga is all about, then that's it. You're done. You can't go back. So that's why I chose breathing as one of my paths, because of the fact that in the beginning, Gurudev always, he had given me a book, and I told somebody the story on the science of pranayama, and I read the book, and Swami Shivananda talked about how pranayama really heals. And he said that if you want to practice pranayama, and get the most benefit, you have to do 4 sittings a day. So I wasn't married or anything, so I was living at this institute with a bunch of people. So I did 4 sittings a day, and he would monitor me on it. I got up 4 o'clock in the morning, I did 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. I did 4 sittings, I did it for 6 months. And he monitored, and he says, you have to eat very light. You can't, he says, if you want to get that energy is very subtle. So your diet, he says, don't watch any television, because we didn't have television in the house anyway. And he says, you got to cover all the aspects. He says, television, newspapers. He says, if you really want to do this, you have to do it correctly. And I did. I didn't watch television. And I was teaching maybe 15 classes of yoga a week. I was teaching in prisons. I was teaching also. I wasn't distracted, Then I stopped because I stopped fooling around with my diet, and then I got sick. I ate pizza and potato chips one day. Broke a fast with pizza and potato chips. I says, this ain't gonna work anymore. So then I just started. I did it twice a day after that, but 4 times a day was really interesting. Yeah, it was really good.
Did you feel like your third eye opened?
Yeah, I felt real clear. You got almost like, you don't want to say psychic, but you say you're almost like read a person's mind or something, And then I was really weird, so I started, I better not,
Pranayama did you do?
I did the most, I did Kabbalah-bhati, Nadi Sudi, Sukha Purvaka, and I did Yoni Mudra. See? He says, and what Yoni Mudra does is it stimulates a different, because my digestion even got better, because the part of the brain that tells you nutritionally satisfied, the apostat. So I wasn't eating that much because my body registered nutritionally so fast. You know, you could get protein from a grape if your digestion's really good. See, our cells are very congested. So a lot of times we have to eat a little more proteins, you know, in other aspects, nutritional aspects, because our body isn't healthy enough to assimilate protein from a grape. But once those cells are clear and the mitochondria is exposed, that the nucleus of the cell, whatever you eat goes right into the nucleus and that gives you the energy. Gurudev, he did a fast 51 days. And all he ate was these, they call them idlis, they were like lentil patties. He did 51 days, that's all he ate, in water. So, you know, yeah.
So what did you eat during that time?
When I was eating a lot of fruit, you know, a lot of juices, you know. What happened was that my body was so clear. So one day I was fasting and I thought I was bleeding when I was urinating. I was, oh my God. I said, I must be cleansing. So I went to the hospital. And I was laying on bed, had me in an emergency ward, and they checked my urine, and the doctor says, did you drink dye? And I forgot I was fasting on beet juice. And the doctor, I didn't even tell him. I just got out. I got out of the emergency room and I went home. I didn't even tell him. I just left. You know? And I called Gurudev. He was hysterical. You know, I forgot I was doing because beet apple juice was a really good fast back then. You know, so yeah. So I was in the hospital for a couple of hours, and I just, you know, I didn't feel sick or anything. I thought I was bleeding. Anyway, so that's yoga's a trip, you know.